Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my fellow students and teachers. Today we'll be talking about Ambuyat, which is a national dish of Brunei. As we see here, this is what an example of Ambuyat would look like, as it's a white, starchy looking and unique looking dish. The topics for today's presentation are as assigned: history, ingredient, cooking techniques, decoration, and dining etiquette of today's dish. First of all, let's start off with the history of today's dish. The history of ambuyat is that it's a dish derived from the interior trunk of the sago palm. It is a starchy bland substance similar to tapioca starch. Ambuyat is a national dish of Brunei and a local specialty in the Malaysian states of Sarawak, Sabah, and the Federal Territory of Labuan, where it is sometimes known as linnet. Ambuyat is eaten with a bamboo fork called chandas by rolling the starch around the prongs and then dipping it into a sauce, of which there are many varieties. There's also a similar dish in eastern Indonesia called papeda. It has a glutinous texture and is also very chewy. Next, we will be talking about the ingredients that will be needed for today's presentation. First of all, the ingredients you will definitely need for today's dish is a sago starch, but you can use a sago starch and replace it with a tapioca or potato starch. Sago is derived or extracted from the trunk of a rumbian tree. Scientific name, a metrocylon, a family of palm trees found in Brunei and Borneo. Sago looks like white flour, but when mixed with hot water and stirred with the right consistency, that white flour would turn into a rather unique soft gum or starch. You will also then need water, chili pepper, salt, shrimp paste, dried shrimps, and durian tempoyak, or you can call it fermented durian. As you see, ambuyat is twirled around a pair of kandas, which is a conjoined bamboo chopstick and dipped in a sauce known as kacha. Before being swallowed by the diner, the dips are made from local fruits such as binjai or bidada, or from fermented shrimps known locally as senkalu. Normally, the dips is sour, but chilies can be added to make it spicier, and besides the dips, there are also a variety of side dishes. One of the popular side dishes is pai stangen, a scraping of meat wrapped in banana leaves which is then cooked on the fire. Next, we will be talking about cooking techniques that will be used in today's dish. As you see in the following example, they are pretty easy to follow. First step, boil the water in a kettle. And while you're boiling the water in the kettle, mix the starch with a bit of water in a bowl and put it aside. Put the dried prawns and Thai chili in a stone bowl, also called lasang, and blend until the ingredients are well combined. Add the shrimp paste and mix until well combined, then add some salt according to a taste. Then put it in a small bowl. Next, pour a little hot water on the sauce mixture and add the durian and try to mix it well. Once the water is boiled, pour it slowly onto the starch until it looks a bit sticky, then whisk with a wooden spoon until firm and starchy. And then serve it while it's hot. It is said by an old wives' tale that if you accidentally swallow a very hard ambuyat, the cure is to hug a banana tree instead of gulping water. Next is decoration and presentation. Ambuyat may be accompanied by a variety of side dishes, dips, and sauce due to its blandness. A minimum is the three main and side dishes, and as said before, it is eaten with a bamboo chopstick called chandas. As you see in these example pictures here, the ambuyat is mostly the main focus of this dish, and it is the whitest and probably most starchiest looking food on the dishes. And as you can see, it can be eaten with other kinds of foods, with vegetables, fish, or curry of any kind of food. Next, we will be talking about the dining etiquette of today's dish. Dining etiquette. For the most part, Bruneians do not invite foreigners into their homes. But if you are invited to a Bruneian home, please consider a great honor and testament to your personal relationship with said person. Punctuality is not strictly adhered to. You may arrive a little late without causing an offense to anyone in the family home. Shoes are generally removed before entering a house, and you must always greet the oldest person first. Then you must wait to be told where to sit, because it is considered good manners to accept food of offering from the host. Turning down hospitality may be viewed as personal rejection from Bruneians. You may also have to wait to be invited to eat before starting. Food is often served in buffet style or on a revolving tray in the center of the table. The guest of honor may be served first or the eldest person in the family. Do not eat with your left hand as it is considered unclean. Please eat or pass food with your right hand only. Although many Malays eat with their fingers, if you are invited to their house to eat with them as a guest from a foreign country, they may serve you culturally using a fork and tablespoon. If you're passing a plate that is heavy, remember to put your left hand to support your right wrist, as do not let your left hand touch the plate, for it is dirty in their culture. When you are finished eating, place your fork facing downward on your plate with your spoon also facing downward, crossed over the fork. These are references that we have used for our presentation and for the research of today's dish. If you have any questions, please leave in the comments below. And thank you for watching and listening to our presentation. We hope that it was entertaining and you have a better understanding of Bruneian food, Ambuyat.